good time roll. Roll all night long.
Have a Merry Christmas. Batteries not included. Some assembly required.
Welcome to NWA Pro Wrestling, television's most exciting hour. This week, another great number of stars for you right here during this hour. We're going to be seeing this week a match for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. The champion, Denny Brown, is going to be putting the title on the line against Hector Guerrero. And also, we're going to see a Louisville street fight. Big Bubba against the man with the hands of stone, Ronnie Garvin. And Johnny Weaver, that's just going to be the beginning.
That's exactly right. You know, we have new U.S. Tag Team Champions in Ronnie Garvin and Barry Windham, as we witnessed that great victory by those two gentlemen. Also, the Road Warriors are going to be on the program, many others, and Bunkhouse Stampedes are right in the middle of them. There's going to be a lot of action in them. If there's any around your area, don't miss it. It's something you won't want to forget.
100% right, Johnny. And as we say, an action-packed hour this week, fans. Stay right with us. Right now, let's go to Tony Schiavone, who has the Rock and Roll Express.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob. We are with the Rock and Roll Express. You're right, the Bunkhouse Stampede going on, but you gentlemen want to get those World Tag Team titles back, Robert.
That's right, Tony. You know, I heard Paul Jones and Manny Fernandez and Rick Rude saying the Rock and Roll Express, they're through, they're finished. Let me tell you something, guys. Brother and I are going to show y'all how come we're going to be the NWA World Tag Team Champions, Tony, for the 4th time, baby.
That's right, Tony. You know, it never fails to amaze me how these guys come here and say how great and all the things they can do and all the dreams they got. But let me tell you one thing, baby. All the dreams that you got are slowly going to start fading away, because no matter what you think, rock and roll is here to stay. It always lives on, brother, and we are going to become the NWA World Tag Team Champions again, because, baby, you back this up. We're going to do things that you've never seen before, baby, because we don't care anymore. What we want to do is put those belts back around our waist and represent all the nice people that have stood behind the Rock and Roll Express through thick and thin, baby. So you remember one thing, Paul Jones, Manny Fernandez, and Rick Rude. There's only one R&R around here, and that's the Rock and Roll Express, and it is the best, baby. Believe me in that. Woo!
Okay, fans, let's go back to the ring.
And in the ring, fans, action already underway in the match for the Russian, the Bear, Ivan Koloff, and Rocky King. And Johnny, this Russian, whether he's with his partner, Crusher Khrushchev, or not, Ivan Koloff is like a man possessed.
He certainly is. Now, since they lost that United States Tag Team title, Ivan has really been vicious in this match against Rocky King.
It's King on the mat, and Koloff had the knee, and he had that brace right across that face, just rubbing it into the face of Rocky King.
Well, Bob, a lot of exciting action in the 2nd annual Bunkhouse Stampedes are now in progress all over. Boy, you just can't miss one of those there in your area. I've witnessed a couple of them. We've had several winners, and you know, Bob, the man that wins the most of them gets that extra bonus, plus that big boot synonymous of the king of the Bunkhouse Stampedes for this year.
With a sickle, he floored Rocky King, and at the count of 2, King kicked out. Johnny, you're right in talking about the bunkhouse, talking about who had won them. You know, this big man, Big Bubba, has won several of those, and we're going to see Bubba in a street fight a little later during this hour.
That should be an awesome match. I'm looking forward to see Ronnie Garvin, man with the hands of stone, against Big Bubba from the fine drop kick by Rocky King, and Ivan was down for a 2 count. Looks like the Big Russian is staggered now. And Rocky has looked impressive at times in this match. A little more experience right there by the Big Russian. Turns the tide of battle one more time.
King had him all set. The Russian, Koloff, saw that as he came off the ropes. He got that foot to the chest, and that has turned the tide of battle right now in the favor of Koloff. Boy, if he gets you hurt and gets you wounded, he'll stay on top of you. Out of the ring, through the ropes, flying through the air goes Rocky King.
And Ivan out to do more damage, and on the outside, there's a lot of things out there to do damage with, and right into that iron railing goes Rocky King.
Fans, with the action in the ring as it's been during this match, I think you're going to see a great contrast in our next match, Johnny, when we get two smaller men, Denny Brown, the junior heavyweight champion, and Hector Guerrero with a championship on the line. That's going to be a different style altogether. It's going to be a very fast match, and they're going to really move around the ring. Lots of excitement in that one.
Right here, all the excitement is being dished out by Ivan Koloff as he continues to wear down Rocky King. Ivan now going out to the top. I haven't seen him use this maneuver in a long while, but it's put a lot of men away in the past. Right down in the mat, he drives it with that knee in the back.
And you don't get up from that, and neither does Rocky King. Koloff will put the knee right into the back of the neck. When he comes off of the rope, he has all of the force and the power and the weight behind that to drive the head hard to the mat. Watch it right here again in slow motion, fans. Ivan Koloff on the top rope, and Johnny here, he's going to put that knee to the back of the neck. Watch this finish.
As he shows Rocky King down to the mat, and Ivan's weight comes down his back, holds him down for a 3 count. The winner, the Russian Bear, Ivan Koloff.
And fans, right now, here's Tony Schiavone with the superpowers.
That's right, Bob Cottle, and the response was tremendous for the superpowers. Talking about Nikita Koloff, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
You know, Tony, right now, the event part in time. And Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff's career, you know, since the Superpowers formed, the 4 Horsemen, Tully Blanchard, J.J. Dillon, Ole and Arn Anderson, and Ric Flair, been talking about Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and Nikita Koloff. The time now is we looking for the goal. The goal is Ric Flair, World Heavyweight title, Tully Blanchard, World TV title, and Ravishing Rick Rude and the Raging Bull, the world's tag team titles, because the bond has been made, the pack has been made, all the brothers on the street, black, white, green, purple, yellow, red. No, the superpowers, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and Nikita Koloff now prepare for the new year and prepare for the new things, and that's gold and money and cars around our waist, baby.
I tell you, there are many things I want to talk about today. First of all, John, I hear you men, come on, you make fun of Nikita Koloff. You see American Dream, and we talk it over. And those World Tag Team belts look good around our waist. And Uncle Ivan, you're going to cause me pain. You're going to make me pay. You forget, for me there is no law. I make you pay. And last but least, these are 4 horsemen. One at a time, and you're going to get hurt, and you're going to go down. And tell us you, Ric Flair, you and I, and we're going to look across the ring, you see, and you're going to make just one bad move, and the Russian sickle, you're not going to be World Heavyweight Champion no more. Ric Flair, you're going to be history.
The superpowers, Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff. When we come back, our World Junior Heavyweight title match and a talk with the Road Warriors. Don't go away.
All aboard for the video station. Kirk and Spock are waiting for you at the video station, along with hundreds of great stars and over 6,000 movies. The video station has the largest selection in the area for sale or rent. How about Beverly Hills Cop or Raiders of the Lost Ark for under $20? 20 great hits for under $20. And if you don't have a VCR, the video station is the right stop to find one, starting at only $2.69. And you get a free movie club membership. Make the video station your first stop for Christmas. Stops in these cities.
This is the Fuller family. The Fullers have just filled full with 4 fried foods. And this is the fullest the Fullers have ever felt, folks. Alka-Seltzer to the rescue. Alka-Seltzer fights your acid indigestion and fixes your headache in a flash. Send Alka-Seltzer to the rescue and feel your finest fast.
Alka-Seltzer to the rescue.
Also try flavored Alka-Seltzer with a sparkling fresh taste of lemon lime.
If you made hamburger patties the way most places make hamburger patties, you'd discover your thick, meaty burgers were suddenly dry, flat, and lifeless. So at Hardee's, we developed a way to make our patties gently, so they cook up thicker, full of natural juices. It's a complicated machine, but we can give you an idea of the principle it's based on. The new quarter-pound burgers from Hardee's, a little closer to home.
There's something special about sports with Tom Suter.
Adele, a big Ken Herbig fan. She has taken my Ken Herbig baseball card.
Now you know better.
He makes it fun, whether he's at the news desk, on the field, or in the community.
And I've always been a sports fan. I used to go out in the backyard, and I used to play Duke against Carolina. I mean, I was the announcer and all 10 players.
Well, certainly stacks up to be that way. Of course, Denny Brown has proven to be a great junior heavyweight champion. You know, his title is overshadowed somewhat by the Nature Boy Ric Flair's heavyweight title. But this man, Denny Brown, he travels all over the world and defends that junior heavyweight title just like Nature Boy Ric Flair defends the heavyweight title, and he's held on for a long time. And you know, Denny Brown meets all the top stars under 235 pounds for his title, so he's got a tough man every night. He's got a tough man right now. Hector Guerrero, terrific action. We're going to see some great moves in this match.
Well, first it was Brown, and then Guerrero came right back to show him he knew how to do that too. As you say, a lot of quickness, a lot of action, very fast-paced in the opening moments of the match. You know, Johnny, several weeks ago, we had Jim Crockett, the president of Jim Crockett Promotions, right here to announce the fact that we were going to have a series of matches between Denny Brown and Hector Guerrero for this championship title.
Now, they will set a fast pace, Bob, because both men are well aware of the time limit, and they're going to really go all out as we have witnessed in just the opening minutes here.
Just part of the action, fans, this week right here on NWA Pro Wrestling. Remember, we've got a Louisville street fight, and if you've never seen one of those, that's something you don't want to miss. That's going to be coming up later.
And the way it's been going, Bob, the title could change hands right here. We saw the U.S. belt, tag team belt, change hands last week.
Good go behind, take down there by Guerrero.
And a fine move here. Let's see if he can rack him up. He's got both arms and legs. Now he needs to rock back. This could be a submission if he gets him up in the air. He's got him up there. This could be it. Bob, we can have another title change hands right now. Denny Brown in a lot of trouble and a lot of pain.
He appears to be completely helpless in the air here, Johnny. Up and down he comes. Well, what happened? Guerrero got his shoulders on the mat.
Referee
he
almost caught Hector off guard.
Yeah.
That position, but he had Denny Brown in submission hold. And champion wisely has bailed out of the ring to get as much time as he can to get that blood circulating again. I think Hector's going to help him back in.
Guerrero seemed to be unaware that he had his shoulders on the mat, and when the referee started to count and got to 2 very quickly, Guerrero broke that hold, got that shoulder up.
Guerrero doesn't want Denny Brown on the outside, wasting any time, any precious seconds that he could use to win the World Junior Heavyweight title right here.
Denny Brown right now for the moment with the upper hand. Denny Brown started off very fast, and then Guerrero came on strong after that, Johnny. Now it looks like Brown's going to come back.
Well, they're going to set a fast tempo. And it's great in a match like this, Bob, because you not only see outstanding moves on offense, but on defense also.
Several good quick arm drags by Denny Brown, now with the arm bar.
Big contrast to what's to come later in the program in the Louisville street fight with Ronnie Garvin and Big Bubba in there also.
I think you're going to see some toe-to-toe slugging in that one.
And not quite as fast or as maneuverable as these two gentlemen.
Here's Guerrero, got him up again.
But it will be brutal. As all the feuds are in full swing right here. They're getting hotter than ever. Things are really heated up. The Four Horsemen, the Super Powers, the Rock and Roll Express. Paul Jones really in the picture now with his big buck wrestlers and World Tag Team Champions now. Rick Rude and the Raging Bull. A lot of things happening.
Again, Denny Brown goes out of the ring. Get himself back together. Here, Guerrero's going to give him a hand again.
You don't want him outside. He cannot pin him outside. And the champion now doing a little bit of backpedaling and trying to slow down the situation.
Brown now holding on with that headlock. Guerrero looked for a moment like he was going to try to whip him with the ropes. Brown had it locked in pretty tight. Tried to break him with some good forearm blows, though, Johnny. Good block. There goes Guerrero through the ropes and out of the ring.
Got a tremendous boost by Denny Brown as Denny just sidestepped it, giving him some extra momentum that sent Guerrero flying through the ropes.
See if Denny Brown's going to offer him a hand now, Johnny. Twice Guerrero's gone over to offer a hand to Brown. Now Brown pulling the referee back. He's going to reach down, offer him a hand. Is Guerrero? Yeah, Guerrero's going to take it. Oh! Brown coming loose.
Oh, we got a hot one-man Mexican. One-man Mexican now, but referee quickly steps in there. Boy, this action's going to be hot and heavy. We got to go to commercial box.
That's right. We're going to keep our tape machines rolling, fans. We'll be right back after this.
With all you have to do this time of year, relax. Let someone else do the cooking. Kentucky Fried Chicken. And make it easy on yourself. Bring home plenty of delicious Kentucky nuggets when friends drop by. Have a happy holiday with Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Green Bay, Wisconsin, 20 below. The last place you'd want to be with a cold. Unless you're the Green Bay Packer backers. So we asked them to try Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine.
That stuff just cleared out my head.
Should have found it a long time ago. Got rid of my aches and pains.
Tried up my runny nose.
And Alka-Seltzer Plus, that's all I ever needed.
8 of every 10 Packer backers who tried it switched to Alka-Seltzer Plus cold medicine. Fast, effective relief for tough winter colds.
Come in.
This is the place for family fun in the afternoon.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Tune in for Sanford and Son and the Andy Griffith Show for back-to-back laughter.
This is it. This is a big one.
All right, it's all over. Let's break it up.
It's a great combination. Sanford and Son and the Andy Griffith Show. Weekdays starting at 5 on WRAL TV 5.
In some parts of the world, drunk driving is considered a crime against the state. Get arrested, and you can lose your license for years. Plea bargaining? Forget it. You could even go to jail. But those aren't just the laws over there. They're also the laws right here. North Carolina. It's one place in the world you don't want to get arrested for drunk driving.
And the battle continuing in the ring, fans. Neither fighter being able to get and keep the upper hand. It seems like the tide will swing one way and then the other, Johnny Weaver.
Has been questionable a couple times. I called the referee's attention the way Denny Brown got the upper hand. And there's the reason right there.
He has gone to the hair of Guerrero 2 or 3 times. Each time, Denny Brown has managed to talk his way out of it, and every time Guerrero reaches up and gets a handful, he's right in front of him.
Guerrero's got to be a little more flagrant, Bob, than Denny Brown. Denny Brown conveniently had the referee on the other side of both of their bodies when he
Denny's been a little more skillful at it. That's right. He's hitting it very well. Right now, as they get to their feet, we've got to test the strength going. It looks like Guerrero now. He may have it. As Brown is about to go down. He went back to the hair again.
Well, the world champion with the advantage right now. What a tempo in the match they've set so far, Bob. How long can they keep it up? Oh!
Boy, Guerrero went way high to the air, hard to the net, the count of two. And he just kicked out.
And a definite advantage for the junior heavyweight champion right now. And suplex.
He's got Guerrero high into the air. Down he comes. And he may have him in a pinning position now.
And they've been going a long while. This is the first definite advantage that one man has had on the other.
Now Brown's complaining the referee was counting too slow.
Get back to Guerrero. Guerrero with great recuperative powers and tremendous condition. You got to stay on him if you're able to gain this little bit of an advantage.
All right, fans, and I tell you, Johnny, time has just about all expired in this match. We've got to take another break, fans. But again, we'll keep our tape machines rolling. We'll be right back after this.
And it's getting hot and heavy. They're slugging it out.
Cumberland County Memorial Arena in Fayetteville, Monday, December 29th, bell time 8 o'clock. Ivan Koloff, Crusher Khrushchev on the card. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with Precious. You'll see Ravishing Rick Rude, Paul Jones, Wahoo McDaniel, the Kansas Jayhawks, Brad Armstrong, Ron Garvin, and many others coming to Fayetteville. At the Dorton Arena in Raleigh, the NWA return to the super spectacular card on Thursday, January 8th. The bell time there is 8:15. Ron Garvin takes on Ivan Koloff. Brad Armstrong against Crusher Khrushchev. #1 contender match for the World Tag Team title. The Midnight Express against Wahoo McDaniel and Dick Murdoch. World Tag Team title match. Ravishing Rick Rude and the Raging Bull with Paul Jones against the Rock and Roll Express for the World TV title. Tully Blanchard with James J. Dillon defends against Barry Windham. And for the World Heavyweight title, Nature Boy Ric Flair defends against Nikita Koloff. That's all in Raleigh. Let's bring in the World TV champion Tully Blanchard with James J. Dillon defending against Barry Windham.
You know, the big question is, who can take the Horsemen off of that high pedestal that they put themselves? But it's not because we put ourselves, it's because we got the proof. And the proof is always in the pudding. Flair, the world's heavyweight champion, he proved it Thanksgiving night. He walked the aisle like nobody else could. Dusty Rhodes walked the aisle wearing that Magnum TA t-shirt, looking for some expert inspiration. But no sirree, Bob. Right here, JJ and I walked back out the aisle just like we said.
World Heavyweight title match. Nature Boy Ric Flair defends against Nikita Koloff.
All right, big man, this is your last shot. You see, Nikita, like my good friend Tully Blanchard said, you couldn't walk the aisle. You couldn't beat the reigning World Heavyweight Champion. All the hoopla, all the glamour, all the glory, all the money. Too much pressure for you, big boy. You know why? You know why? Because I'm Ric Flair. And I'm the world champion, and I'm the best there is. And in Raleigh, buddy, this time, I'm going to take it to you. That's right. I'm going to be the dealer, and you're going to pay the dues. Woo!
It's what the world has been waiting for, the official Rock and Roll Express fan club. Members get a life-size poster of Ricky and Robert, a copy of Ricky Morton's new hit single, an official Rock and Roll Express membership card, and the first of 4 Rock and Roll Express newsletters. Remember, Ricky Morton's new hit single is only available to fan club members. It will not be available in stores. To become a member of the official Rock and Roll Express fan club, send $19.95 for 1 year to Rock and Roll Express fan club. P.O. Box 11390, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28220. Only certified checks and money orders accepted. No CODs or personal checks.
To get the best one.
Jolly, come here, look.
Hey, that's my kind of tree, bud.
Ho, ho, ho. Happy holidays from your Action News 5 team.
The time, right now. The place, your Mazda dealers. The event, Goodbye 86. We're saying goodbye with good buys on all our 87s, 323s, 626s, even RX-7s. And right now, special factory cash incentives can save you hundreds on 87 B2000 trucks. Buy now while sales tax is still deductible. But hurry, the end is almost here. See your local Mazda dealer for a good buy now. Don't let time run out.
Fans, before we broke away, we said that time had almost expired during that match, and while we were away, Johnny, it did, but we did keep the tape machines rolling, and we can go back and see the end of that. It looked like Guerrero had it.
Well, it certainly did. The time limit ran out, but boy, Hector Guerrero, he made some moves there at the end. Look at this right here. That just almost brought him that championship. A fine maneuver there. Look at this maneuver off the ropes down, and there is two, and he was going down for three. He was going down for three when that bell rang. What a maneuver.
Time expired.
Boy, he was on his way to bring that three count down. He was bringing that. Was so close. He was on his way to bring that three count down, and boy, you don't get him any closer than that. Hector Guerrero within an eyelash.
That's just how close, fans, we came to having a new junior heavyweight champion. Denny Brown maintaining the championship. All right, to the ring, and we got more action ready to go.
Brad Armstrong and Tony Zane ready to square off right here. And what an exciting individual Brad Armstrong is. He'll give away a lot of pounds to Tony Zane, but boy, he's got that speed and quickness a la the Rock and Roll Express. So Zane in quickly, and he missed, Bob.
Boy, Zane was trying to catch him unprepared, trying to sucker him at the beginning when Armstrong turned around. And it worked to his disadvantage.
And he's got him hooked up here. We're going to have a quick run from Brad Armstrong. What a victory. And that quickness and speed paid off again. And that's one time that Tony Zane made a rush at the start of the match, and it backfired on him. And with quickness and speed, quickly to the outside, once he had him down, was Brad Armstrong. Bob, you're going to see a tremendous drop kick off of that top turnbuckle. And that floored the big man. The winner of the match, Brad Armstrong.
All right, fans.
And clotheslines, and there's that slam off the second turnbuckle, Bob. Awesome destruction.
As they're both pinned. There you have it, fans. The winners are the Road Warriors right now. Here's Tony Schiavone with a World Television Champion.
Okay, everybody, dig in.
The only way to deal with a serious case of pizza craving is to enter group therapy. Proceed with several friends to your nearest Pizza Hut and order a large pan pizza with all your favorite toppings. See? It works.
And now, during the holidays, be especially nice to your friends. Give them a Pizza Hut holiday gift certificate worth $5 on any of our delicious pizzas.
Martha Lack for BC Powder.
I've got 53 children.
When you really care.
And it's up to me to feed them every single day.
And you have to be there.
When the work brings on a big boomer of a headache, I reach for BC Headache Powder.
That's the time to take BC.
BC's fast, and I need something that works quick to keep me going.
When the pain keeps growing, but you've got to keep going.
These animals are depending on me.
That's the time to take BC. Also an arthritis strength.
He was one of the first kids I ever met. We did everything together. Cub Scouts, Little League. He had more baseball cards than all the rest of us kids put together. He was a pretty good ball player, but his real thing was sports trivia, not just college or pro ball. He even knew my Little League batting average. He was a walking Guinness Book of Records. I guess that's why Tommy Suter is still the guy I turn to for sports.
Tom Suter. One more reason why WRAL TV5 is the place to be.
If your heart is aching for a journey, look on home. North Carolina, you're so near, it's all here. North Carolina, it's all here.
Discover America's Variety Vacation Land. Write for a free booklet.
The man who's the world television champion, Tully Blanchard, along with James J. Dillon.
You know, I listened to the comments of the superpowers. And Nikita Koloff stands out here obsessed with becoming world heavyweight champion because he wants to be #1. Dusty Rhodes obsessed with regaining the world television title. Why? Because Dusty Rhodes wants to reestablish his position to be known as #1. I listen to the Road Warriors stand out here bragging about beating people up, fighting, doing what they do best. And the words I keep hearing, hey, we want to be #1. Everybody wants to be #1. But the fact of life is that Ric Flair, the world heavyweight champion, is #1, and the gold he wears around his waist is the proof. Tully Blanchard is #1. The world television title belt that he wears around his waist is proof of the pudding. Let's face it, the Horsemen are what is professional wrestling. The Horsemen dominate wrestling. The Horsemen are #1. And Tully Blanchard 1 year ago, Starrcade. Nikita Koloff's lucky to even have the U.S. title belt because you never utter the words, I quit.
You know, JJ, when you and I, the night before Starrcade 1986, we watched the tape of that I Quit match between Magnum TA and myself, and it was the most brutal, most awesome fight of all. But you sat there, you heard it, I saw it, you heard it, the words never came out. So Nikita Koloff, you bring that U.S. title, and you stick it out here, and you be proud of it. Because, man, the fact of the matter remains, I never lost it. It's mine. The U.S. title is mine. The world's television title is mine. So Nikita Koloff, you talk about being #1. Dusty Rhodes, you talk about it. Road Warriors, Rock and Roll Express, all the rest of you. If you don't have this, you're not #1. You got to have the belt that say world champions across them, like the 4 of them that there are. You got to be that, or you're not #1. You're #2, #2, and that's all you are.
All aboard for the video station. Kirk and Spock are waiting for you at the video station, along with hundreds of great stars and over 6,000 movies. The video station has the largest selection in the area for sale or rent. How about Beverly Hills Cop or Raiders of the Lost Ark for under $20? 20 great hits for under $20. And if you don't have a VCR, the video station is the right stop to find one, starting at only $2.69. And you get a free movie club membership. Make the video station your first stop for Christmas. Stops in these cities.
That chili you had for dinner has just started a 3-alarm fire inside you. Alka-Seltzer to the rescue. Alka-Seltzer goes to work instantly to bring emergency relief to your heartburn and also quiet the sirens in your head. Send Alka-Seltzer to the rescue and put out the fire fast.
Alka-Seltzer to the rescue.
Also try flavored Alka-Seltzer with the sparkling fresh taste of lemon lime.
In 1987, over 4,000 of the country's finest amateur athletes will be going for the gold and their chance in the 1988 Olympics, when the U.S. Olympic Festival 87 takes place in Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, and Greensboro. It's their chance to be the best, and it's your chance to be a part of that thrill of competition. Don't miss it.
Go for the gold this Christmas. Stuff your stockings with U.S. Olympic Festival 87 gift certificates. Call 1-800-223-8763 for information.
Slow down, you move too fast. You got to make the morning last. Just kicking down the cobblestones, looking for fun and feeling groovy. I got no deeds to do, no promises to keep. I'm dappled and drowsy and ready to sleep. Let the morning time drop all its petals on me. Life, I love you, all is groovy.
Here with Paul Jones and the World Tag Team Champions, Ravishing Rick Rude and the Raging Bull.
It's Paul Jones and the protection agency, Tony Schiavone. And right now, real short and sweet, I want to set the record straight. Road Warriors, Rock and Roll Express, Dusty Rhodes, Nikita Koloff, we are the greatest team in professional wrestling. The Raging Bull and Ravishing Rick Rude, we possess all the elements that make us the greatest team of all time. Quicker than the Rock and Roll Express, stronger than the Road Warriors, and more guts than Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff could ever dream of.
You know something, Daddy? When R&R came together, we came together for one common cause, because Mr. Jones brought a protection agency of one thing, And all you people out there, listen and hear the word. When we go into town, it's like a freight train, Daddy, unstoppable and running wild. So when we put these on the line, Dusty Rhodes, Kansas Jayhawks, Ronnie Garvin, and Barry Windham, I'm telling you something, baby. Buckle up and sit tight, because the R&R is in town, and that's the brand the Road Warriors want to beat people up. Well, we do that every time we walk out the door. So come get some of this if you think you can, because to get to the top, Dusty Rhodes, the powerless wonder, and Chiquita Banana, it's a long, hard ride, and the Bull and the Ravishing One, R&R, are here to stay.
All right, and fans, right now you're looking at the belt, one representing one half of the U.S. Tag Team Champions, and it's around the waist of the young superstar Barry Windham, Johnny Weaver.
And a tag team or not, he is a tag team champion with Ronnie Garvin, but them single guys out there holding the single titles, the World TV title, the World Heavyweight Championship, you better watch out also, because individually, alone in that ring or with a partner, this is a bona fide superstar. He whisked in here and has already captured the U.S. Tag Team Championship.
Oh, I think he's certainly a #1 threat, Johnny. You got to say to that World Television Championship held by Tully Blanchard, also to that championship belt held by the Nature Boy Ric Flair.
And a fine suplex by Barry. What a good-looking athlete he is. And, of course, he is going to have to be reckoned with by all the champions as he catches it with a fly. And we're going to have a victory right here for Barry Windham.
He made quick work of Art Pritz, Johnny. He caught him coming off of the ropes with that clothesline. Watch it right here. The ending in slow motion as Windham now, Barry Windham, will sling Pritz into the ropes, and when he comes off, there's Windham waiting on him.
He gets everything into it and dives like a cross-body block and catches you with that clothesline, goes down, hooks the leg. Their impressive win for Barry Windham, one half of the U.S. Tag Team Championship.
Barry Windham, our winner.
Cumberland County Memorial Arena in Fayetteville on Monday, December 29th. Bell time there, 8 o'clock. Ivan Koloff, Khrushchev on the card. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin with Precious, Ravishing Rick Rude, Paul Jones, Wahoo McDaniel, the Kansas Jayhawks, Brad Armstrong, Ron Garvin, and many others in Fayetteville. At the Dorton Arena in Raleigh on Thursday, January 8th at 8:15. These great matches. Ron Garvin against Ivan Koloff. Brad Armstrong takes on Crusher Khrushchev. #1 contender for the World Tag Team title match. It's a Midnight Express with Jim Cornette will take on Wahoo McDaniel and Dick Murdoch. World Tag Team title match, Ravishing Rick Rude and the Raging Bull with Paul Jones against the Rock and Roll Express. World TV title match, Tully Blanchard with James J. Dillon defends against Barry Windham. For the World Heavyweight title, Nature Boy Ric Flair defends against Nikita Koloff at the Dorton Arena. For the World TV title, Tully Blanchard defends against Barry Windham.
You know, I'll tell you, one of the main reasons that I came to this area is for the World Television title. And Tully Blanchard is the holder of that right now. Now I want everybody out there to realize this. I want the World Television title around my waist. Now, Tully Blanchard has been running around here bragging about how he's the best around. You know, I'm telling you, when I step in there in the ring with Tully Blanchard, he and I have been around before, both former West Texas State players, and I'll tell you what, when we get in there, it's going to be business, and it's going to be a hard day's night, all night long.
Let's bring in Nikita Koloff going after the World Heavyweight title held by Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Well, you know, I hear Ric Flair come out and say, Nikita Koloff, this is your last shot. This is your last chance for a world title. Well, I know how come you say that, Ric Flair. You say that because you know in your mind I can defeat you. You see, you have felt Russian sickle. And you know how many times now I have covered you. But unfortunately for me, there was no referee. Well, all the people know what I can do to you, Ric Flair. Could be your last night as champion.
It's what the world has been waiting for, the official Rock and Roll Express fan club. Members get a life-size poster of Ricky and Robert, a copy of Ricky Morton's new hit single, an official Rock and Roll Express membership card, and the first of 4 Rock and Roll Express newsletters. Remember, Ricky Morton's new hit single is only available to fan club members. It will not be available in stores. To become a member of the official Rock and Roll Express fan club, send $19.95 for 1 year to Rock and Roll Express fan club. P.O. Box 11390, Charlotte, North Carolina, 28220. Only certified checks and money orders accepted. No CODs or personal checks.
Okay, good show, everybody.
You know, this is a good bunch of people to work with.
They care about what they're doing, and they work very hard to get it right.
Tom, have you ordered it yet?
Yeah, it's on the way. It's times like these we can relax together a little bit.
Hey, gang, pizza!
Sure. Tom, Coach called back.
Oh, great.
Oh, right,
Hey, Coach, how are you?
Tom, you forgot the mushrooms.
I like mushrooms.
You don't like anything.
Just because you eat everything. I wouldn't give this up for anything.
The people who make WRAL TV5 the place to be.
The time, right now. The place, your Mazda dealers. The event, Goodbye 86. With goodbyes on the incredible 87 RX-7, winner of 7 straight IMSA GTU championships, and already sticker priced thousands less than Nissan 300ZX. Buy now while sales tax is still deductible. But hurry, the end is almost here. See your local Mazda dealer for a goodbye now. Don't let time run out.
And we're back at ringside with the World Heavyweight Champion, Nature Boy, Ric Flair.
And you can tell from the roar of the female side of this audience that it's the one and the only Ric Flair. One of the representatives of the legendary Four Horsemen, who we all know to be the #1 outfit in all of professional sports. We're not like the Road Warriors. We're not #2. How do you like that, Hawk? How do you like being #2, huh? Hey, how do you like it, Nikita, being #2? Hey, Dusty Rhodes, how do you like being #2? Well, I'll tell you what, we got an 8-man tag match coming up here, there, and everywhere. It's going to be the Four Horsemen against the Road Warriors, Nikita and Dusty. And Hawk, like I said before, if I want to slap you, I'm going to do it. If Tully Blanchard wants to spit on Animal, he'll do it. Dusty Rhodes, if JJ wants to kick you in that bad leg, he'll do it. And Nikita, last but not least, if my great cousin, Arn Anderson, wants to really work you over, we're going to see that it's done. You know why? You want to know why? Because we're #1. This makes us #1. We're all custom made. We're all kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine driving, jet flying, son of a guns that can have any woman in the world we want at any time. Just like that. Do you know why? Because we're #1, not #2. And Hawk, if I see you on the street with Nikita or Dusty Rhodes, I'm going to put you in the same classification. In other words, #2. So when you walk that aisle, which Nikita and Dusty couldn't do, remember this, Road Warriors, taking them for partners makes you #2. The Horsemen #1. And if it's Charlotte, Atlanta, Greensboro, LA, Chicago, when you jump on the Four Horsemen, woo, you jump on #1.
Let's go back to the ring. All right, fans, and in the ring, the match that Johnny and I have really been looking forward to. You see the other half of that U.S. Tag Team Championship, that belt around the waist of Ronnie Garvin. You're looking now at Big Bubba, along with Jim Cornette, and this is the Louisville Street Fight.
Louisville Street Fight. Come dressed as you are. Use anything you want. You know, it's almost like a bunkhouse stampede, because you come as you are, bring anything you want. You just don't have to throw the man over the top rope to beat him. You got to pin him. There's not 20 or 25 in there, just 2. And, I don't know how many you want to count Big Bubba as.
He's more than 2, I think. Also, Johnny, I'd like to mention here, you saw the fans, how they go crazy at the beginning of the match when Ronnie Garvin takes that towel with his name embroidered on it, throws it out to the crowd. You know, the ladies, they go crazy about that.
It's a gesture of appreciation by Ronnie Garvin. I think it's a fine one. Notice in the corner is a man with a tennis racket in his hand. He's back. Jim Cornette.
And Bubba, who is a big one.
And Ronnie's got his stagger. Ronnie's got his knees buckling. Will the big man go down? He didn't go down yet, but Ronnie Garvin had his knees buckled, and now overpowering him in the corner is the big man.
He hit him with about everything but the kitchen sink, and he just would not go down. That shows you how strong that big man is. Garvin has more power and punch in that right hand. He's got the hands of stone, Johnny. He can turn the average man's lights out with just one blow.
He sure had Big Bubba's knees buckling, and he had him teetering. Here's Bubba now into the boot, but this is it's all legal in this. It's all legal in this match. Bring what you want. Fight with anything you can in there. It's Louisville street fight. No rules, nothing barred. Referee, as you see, does not check it in this situation.
Bubba with a chain tightly around the throat of Ronnie Garvin, and he's really putting the pressure on him. Garvin's got to figure some way to get out of it.
It's the eyes. It's the eyes.
And there's
that instrument of revenge.
Jim Cornette.
Big Bubba down.
Calling Bubba his instrument of revenge.
Ronnie Garvin. And now on the mat. Will have a lot more advantage as he's got the big man down. It'll be a lot evened up here. Ronnie trying to force those shoulders down, and he's got the big man off his feet.
Garvin with the arm hook trying to turn him back over and put the shoulder to the mat.
Big Bubba will not have none of that. He's going to try to get back to his feet. Ronnie continues to punch away. Boy, are they going at each other brutally? Wow.
It's kicking, stomping, slugging, anything you can hit him with.
They've been in the eyes. As this brutal event, a Louisville street fight, continues. Bubba with that chain again. Ronnie, a hard blow. Rocks Bubba again. Rocks Bubba for the third time. Right over the eye.
He's got him staggered again. Headbutt spins him around. Again, Garvin trying to get him off his feet. He wants the big man on the mat.
In the corner now, and close up like this, a lot of damage to be done right here. Big Bubba really laying on him now.
Garvin, I think, was biting him on the nose.
Well, anything goes.
Now Bubba with that chain. He's got that chain wrapped around that right fist.
Backbreaker.
All of the weight as Big Bubba comes off of the ropes with Garvin flat on the mat. And he lowers the boom with all of the tremendous weight and power behind it. He keeps away at that hand. And Johnny, we've got about a minute left in our program as these two continue to go at it. Jim Cornette hollering that that's what's going to get his revenge.
Ronnie Garvin in a lot of trouble on the mat.
And Garvin reaches around.
He's got to get him a weapon.
Belt.
He's got him a weapon. Garvin with the belt. That weight belt from around the ring, and he's going to make a tattoo on Bubba's body now. Holy cow.
And fans, the match continues in the ring, and again, we're just about out of time. We're going to show you as much of it as we possibly can.
And they keep at one another. Garvin's got that belt twisted around Bubba's head right now. They're in the corner and on the ropes.
And fans, as we leave the air, Big Bubba and Ronnie Garvin still go at it in the Louisville Street match, and we'll see you next week.
North Carolina needs teachers.
Magnum PI.
It's great.
And the best thing about it is the action. Every Wednesday night at 9.
See? Right on time.
So be there on WRAL TV 5.
I'll make you a deal.
Now's the time to drive on down to Carpenter Chevrolet. But you'd better hurry, because folks are coming in from everywhere to check out the great deals at Carpenter's year-end clearance sale. The selection of new cars and trucks will be mind-boggling. And there'll be plenty of friendly people to help you. So don't miss out. Hurry on down to Carpenter's. Carpenter's Chevrolet, since 1893, and proud of it.
Enjoy a shuttle.
No, no, no!
It's worth your time. Sanford & Son can make every day brighter.
Grab your coat, get your hat, leave your worries on the doorstep.
Laugh along as father and son battle for best. Create chaos and steal a little smile. Join a lively pair on Sanford & Son weekdays at 5 on WRAL TV5. The place to be for a chuckle. This is the place to be for ACC action.
Hi, wrestling fans. Welcome to NWA Pro Wrestling, television's most exciting hour. And we've got an exciting hour for you this week. First, some news about some of the things that have been happening this past week. First of all, in something that's unheard of, it's an unprecedented event. In 1 day this week, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes has won 2 bunkhouse stampedes before sellout crowds in Baltimore and in Philadelphia. Add to that the one in St. Louis. So he's now right up there at the top, contending for that big boot trophy for the bunkhouse stampedes, which he won last year. Also, some other news out of Baltimore, Johnny Weaver, and that is that now the date has been set for the Jim Crockett Senior Memorial Tag Team Tournament. 25 of the greatest tag teams around the world will be competing on April 10th and 11th, the 2-day tournament. The site, Baltimore this year, Johnny.
And we have a lot of action right here in the next hour, Bob. Of course, the feud between the Rock and Roll Express and Rick Rude and Raging Bull is hot and heavy for that World Tag Team Championship. We have new U.S. Tag Team Champions in Barry Windham and Ronnie Garvin. And speaking of champions, we have a man right over here you can bring in. He is a head and shoulders above them all, the heavyweight champion.
The heavyweight champion of the world,
Thank
Ric
you.
Flair.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, and you little girl, you know, it really becomes a problem in my life when here I am in my early 30s and I got all of Morton's little girlfriends hollering at me, "Hey, Nate, I want to ride on Space Mountain." You see, Bob Caudle, when you are in the center of the financial world, when you dominate the sports world, when you are not only a member of what we know to be the most elite sports unit in the world today, the Four Horsemen, but you also are the world's heavyweight wrestling champion, then you see the responsibility, the fame, the notoriety, the glamour, the glory, the fashion, the style. That's all Ric Flair. And you see, as we approach a new year, 5 days from now, I will have been in Frisco. I will have been in L.A. I will have been in Albuquerque. I will have torn the West Coast down. But you see, as 87 approaches, there's a lot of people out there figure maybe Mr. Style in profile might stub his toe because along comes Barry Windham. Nikita gets stronger. Dusty Rhodes, 3 times world champion. Ronnie Garvin, wahoo! In other words, when you sit in the seat I sit in, you see the best wrestlers in the world day in and day out. That's why, Bob Caudle, I always take time to reflect. And no matter how fast in life you might all think I'm leading, I always know where I am, and I'm always in control. So in other words, plan on 87 being another big year, woo, for Space Mountain.
The world champion, Nature Boy Ric Flair, to the ring now. Rock and Roll Express.
There they are, Bob.
the Rock and Roll Express hot on the trail. That feud with the Raging Bull and Rick Rude has gotten even hotter. And we should take note right here that the bandage on Ricky Morton's arm is considerably smaller now. He's in tip-top form, and they are ready to get those belts back.
You can tell just in the opening seconds when he moves around the ring how much better he is, Johnny. As he goes with the arm bar. By the way, you saw the world champion out there. He was talking about some of the top contenders, and he did mention Nikita Koloff. I tell you, it's getting sort of crowded at the top. The two superstars, Barry Windham, also Brad Armstrong. There's another top contender for that world championship.
Well, the world champion sits on a hot seat at all times. Everybody's after him. Of course, Ric Flair's been there a long while. Everybody wants that. And the Rock and Roll Express in the ring right now looking tremendous. And they want to get that tag team world title back around their waist. They're really looking good. They're in top form again. They came out of that cage match with the Andersons a few weeks ago, a little beat up. And Paul Jones, genius as he is, took it right to him and won that title. And right now they're looking great. As we alluded to earlier, the bandage on Ricky Martin's arm is considerably smaller now.
And Robert Gibson, he has certainly recovered from all of his injuries. Look at him move around that ring. Robert's moving a whole lot faster, as is Rick. They're back in top shape right now, top form. And as Ric Flair was talking about things happening in the new year, I think you got to watch out for these two right here in the new year. They want that tag team championship back, Johnny, and they want it back bad. That's the only thing that's on their minds right now.
And they're working on the arm of Art Prince here. John Savage is yet to be in the ring. It's Tony Zane who's the partner of Art Prince. And the Rock and Roll continue to roll along.
They just double team Art there. Got to move him over toward his corner. I couldn't help but think earlier, too, Johnny, when the champ was out there talking, and he was talking about the Four Horsemen. I was thinking about the six-man tag team champions, the Road Warriors and the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, but they had the superpowers. Think about the Four Horsemen and the superpowers and the Warriors in an eight-man match. What would you think of something like that?
Oh, boy, I don't know if the ring would hold it, Bob. What a match that would be.
I don't think the arena would. I think the walls would come right out of it.
The Road Warriors and his superpowers against the Four Horsemen. And a lot of action left in this hour. Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin will be here with Precious. The World TV Champion Tully Blanchard will be here.
And in that championship on the line, too, Johnny, in that match.
In action, the U.S. Tag Team Champions in single matches, Barry Windham and Ronnie Garvin will be in action. And the World Tag Team Champions, Rick Rude, Raging Bull, and Paul Jones, who really picked this spot and got the world title around his men. Big buck men he went out and paid a lot of money to get, and it's paid off.
Well, when you talk about NWA Pro Wrestling and talking about it being the very best in the world, when you just reeled off that list of champions, Johnny, that are going to be seen during this hour, that again just proves what we've been talking about so far during the program. Beautiful double drop kick. Boy, they got the timing down on that just perfect. And that will do it.
And it's the Rock and Roll Express. Coming up with a great victory here, the Rock and Roll Express. We're going to get to see that maneuver again in slow motion. It's a packet move of the Rock and Roll Express. Art Prince into the rope. And the Rock and Roll is waiting for him with that double drop kick. Winners of the match, the Rock and Roll Express.
One of the superpowers, the U.S. heavyweight champion, Nikita Koloff, right here. Nikita, we had the world champion. Now you're talking about Four Horsemen in the world championship.
World champion, you know, I go into West Coast too. Right. And you know who I'm looking for? Four Horsemen. You see, I go not up in here before Arn Anderson say, maybe Nikita forget about him. Maybe forget, maybe he like title shot for USA title. Well, Arn Anderson, I don't forget about you or Ole Anderson. You see, I have seen you in gym before. And you know there for a long time, but when you're there, you train hard. This good, I like this. And Tully Blanchard, he come on and tell all the people, I never lose USA title. You see, I never say I quit. You believe what you want, Tully Blanchard, but people know what the truth is. And Ric Flair, as the year come out, he say to end, Ric Flair is still World Heavyweight Champion. That's okay, Ric Flair. Next year is a new year. You find a way to keep your title for now. Next